Hey, welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Please don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice, and if you would, please, and Grandpa's not a financial planner either, and if you would, please share, subscribe. That's as good as Grandpa can sing today. Boy, did we have fun in our live stream this morning. Trees and his trucker, he got out of the game about 10 o'clock, up $700. Mum's the word. Jeff, he got out. I think he made pretty close to 300. I'm not quite sure where he actually ended up, but I know he's well above 200 for the day. And Grandma gained ground and Grandpa gained ground, and we're all happy. Everybody did well, I think, today. So that's a good day in trading. So here's what's going on right now. This is the 5-minute chart. I'm hoping we can hold the 215 area. I'm going to come back at 6:30. We're about 6:30, I'll come back and do the open and the opening price, potentially opening price, and the range for tomorrow. But for right now, I'm going to talk about the dominant trend a little bit first, and then we're going to talk about what is a market maker quickly. So I don't want this thing to be too long. I want it to be a short live stream. Okay. Dominant trend has changed. Yesterday it was up. The dominant trend yesterday was up because we were still in a buy signal. However, today this candle is going to be red. There's no doubt about it. And so we have a reversal signal in the daily. Each of these candles is 1 day. And we unless something really crazy happens in the next hour, we're going to be in a sell signal in the daily, and so the dominant trend is currently down. The dominant trend is now down, and that's scary. That Grandpa don't like that because Grandpa's long still. So where are we in the scheme of things? And that daily could reverse again tomorrow and still give us a good wick, and we all will be happy. But here's the weekly. We're still in a buy in the weekly. It's not the strongest buy I ever seen, but we are still in a buy in the weekly. And this candle here is only 1 day old. Okay. Now here we had a green candle in the weekly that's a day old, and the one on the daily is red as red can be. But we got to go by our signals. So monthly is still a daily, or a buy signal, I should say. So yes, we'll go back to that. This daily is now a sell signal. In order to have the dominant trend, you have to have the daily, the weekly, and the monthly all be in an uptrend. If one of them is a sell signal, the dominant trend is down, and the dominant trend goes back. In November, it'll be 3 years, and I'll show you that quick too while we're at it. Probably the easiest on the monthly. Here's the dominant trend, this line right here. We broke through it. This month, we broke through it last month a little bit, and we, broke through it previously up to 271. So, but currently, she's following this trend line on its way down. It's a war at this line right here. I'm hoping that we, could hold 215, 214 here today yet, hopefully. That's what Grandpa's hoping. Because currently we are going down we have a sell signal in the 5 minute and the 1 minute currently. I think the hourly's probably still a buy. It's still a buy, but it's a sick looking one. We're moving sideways. It's too early to tell. Okay, so market makers. What is a market maker? OTC. OTC is a market maker. And they were 10,000 little brokerages. Little brokerages meaning that they were probably worth $1 billion each. $1 billion, not a million. And that's what's called a little brokerage in Grandpa's mind. So anyway, these 10,000 brokerages, or whatever they were worth, who knows, for sure. But they were getting beat up by the market makers. They were going under one at a time. They were just concentrate on them and wipe them out, And so they joined forces. They joined forces, and they say it takes money to make money. So they joined forces, and they managed to get to be a market maker that with all 10,000 of them. And what is a market maker, and what do they do? Okay, a market maker, and there's about 35 of them on my price ladder with Schwab. On my phone, you can see market makers. You can see OTC on your phone. And it's one of 35 or 36 or 37 that come on there daily. And they provide the liquidity needed for the market to function properly. They provide the liquidity for the market to function properly. Without them, the market, somebody could come in and do a big buy or a big sell, and the market would just plummet or skyrocket in either direction. So they provide the liquidity to keep things running. They provide the liquidity to stabilize the market to some degree. And they're really good at what they do, and they make a lot of money. And a market maker, unlike you get to buy at the price point, whatever the given price point is. Like currently it's 216.45, pretty much moving sideways for the last couple hours too. But anyway, a market maker predominantly is buying or selling within $3 predominantly of the price point, of the actual price point. So they have the benefit of, it would be like right now you being able to buy or sell $3 away from the price point. And I might be able to point it out to you even potentially. Well, right here, down here, you see where this 20's at 216? Now it's 22 on my green thingy bopper here with the price ladder. That's market maker right there. And they're buying at 216, okay? And now they quit. Okay, they're also down at 215.55. Okay. See if I can find some other examples. And up above, they're shorting they just shorted at 217.75. They're shorting, there they are at 218.40 shorting. They're shorting up at 218.40, just to give you an idea of what a market maker does. But a market maker is also shorting at $10, $11 either way from the actual price point almost at all given times, and sometimes on both sides. And they'll short one more or the other in order to well, here, let me run up this price ladder to 229, and I'll really give you a super example. Right now, the market makers are shorting up at 229, and so they have the ability to short way up at 229. Well, you can't buy a short that. If you're shorting up here, and they're blinking these right now. They're blinking. This is what Grandpa calls the blinking. They're blinking those numbers in and out. And each time they do, they're buying hundreds and hundreds of shares and sometimes tens of thousands. Right now they're shorting at 229.30. 100 shares to blink, they're probably doing 20 a minute, okay? And so they get to go short $12, $13 and more from the actual price point, which is $216.25 right now. And on the bottom side, where are they? Where are they on the bottom side? They're down at 203.29. So Grandpa will go down there and I'll show you that. And this is what there's some market makers there. They're doing a little bit of the 207 area, buying. Yeah, they got the ability to buy. Here they're going strong. They're buying to beat the band at 203.15. They're buying like they're crazy down there. Okay. And so they have the ability to they're stopping the overrun from going one direction or the other is what they do on both ends. And it used to give Grandpa a good, clean picture of where the market was going to go. And that's why Grandpa did, Grandpa sees the blinking, because Grandpa seen the blinking. And I tracked it, but they changed how they're showing me the blinking after TD Ameritrade's sold out to Schwab. So I don't have that great advantage that I had for a while. However, I still monitor what these bad boys are doing. And I used to be able to take and see where they were blinking, and I could tell you before a 1 minute candle came or what color it was going to be, and green or red or whatever. But, and I probably still could if I wanted. But the blinking isn't near as much help. So the market makers have the ability to take and buy and sell far from the price point. And if you're a market maker, you're a big guy. You're in the billions. OTC is a big guy now. They were little guys, and that's my whole point. That's my whole point. They were little guys. They were getting beat up. The bigger you are, the better chance you have of not being beat up by these people. You get your margin account and you make one mistake, or maybe two, and the next thing you know, you have a limited margin account, stuff like that. And it's all happened to Grandpa in the past, all this stuff. And so Grandpa's got a goal. It's got to do with joining forces. I'm getting my website made, and I'm going to tell you my plan, and if you don't like it, you don't have to do it. But if you like it, you might want to. We're going to join forces and have a little fun. Everything Grandpa does is fun. Lots of fun. I hope we can hold the 215 area. We're down to 215.80 currently. So that tells you a little bit about market makers. Are they bad guys? Not necessarily. Everything they do is designed to take your money. That's a fact. Everything because they're in the game to win. For every winner, there's a loser. And not very many of the retail are winners. Most of them are losers. And that is a statistical fact. I think it's like 95% or even 97%. They say 95, who knows? 95, 97. But yeah, Grandpa's got a plan. We got a death cross in 1 minute. I'll show it to you. It's right there. Currently, we're under a death cross in the 1 minute. However, we still are in a golden cross in the 5 minute. We are still in a golden cross in the 5 minute, and we're in a golden cross I believe, in the 15 minute also. I better look before I say. We could be in a death cross there yet. Let me back it up. I think we might have went into a death cross. Yeah, we're in a death cross in the 15 and the 1 minute still. Okay. But the 5 minute is still a golden cross. So that's where we're at with that. So, let's see. Yepper, that's the way it is. If this thing sinks enough, we'll be in a death cross in the 5 minute too, but she'd have to go quite a ways down, probably 207 area to get us in that. But, so we've lost the dominant trend. The dominant trend is now down. Market makers are not bad. They're needed. The markets could not function. No market. The indexes, nothing. It's going to function without the market makers. Are they allowed to make money and buy shares? I've seen them buy and sell shares over $100 from the actual price point. So many times it'd scare you. And I'm talking big money. Big money. 216.20 is the price right now, and I've seen them up when the price is there, up in 320s shorting, and down into 101 buying, 100 buying, 77, 87, 97 buying. They, a lot of times they'll do it pre-market and aftermarket even. They like to do the nasty stuff when you ain't watching them, when Grandpa can't see them. But it's all fun. It's all good. Grandpa's not complaining. We're getting a bull flag in the 1 minute. I wish it was a real signal. I'll show it to you. There it is. We got 3 green candles in the 1 minute. Looks like we're going up, and we are going up. But the problem is it's not a legitimate buy signal. It's going to be a bull flag, and it's going to reverse down again. But then we got to wait for the next signal to come. On the other hand, we're starting to. Another 5 minutes or so, we might have a buy signal in this 5 minute, and so on. But I highly doubt it. I think that other one's going to be, well, it will be a bull flag. Grandpa just knows. Okay, let's see. Like I say, I'm going to come back about 6:37-ish, and I'll tell you the open for tomorrow. Hey, I was real close. Within minutes of the open, Grandpa had it pegged, for the open at the 218. Now, we opened a little bit below that, the actual open, but we hit it pretty close after the open, and we were there. I don't know what it was, 7, 8, 10 minutes, something like that. We finally got it. Grandpa does calculating on a fair opening price. Grandpa calculates and he calculates. Okay, so See you around 6:37. We'll talk about the opening price and the range we're going to do for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, be ready. We're going to start trading around 9:15, and I got on a little late today because we were doing. Grandpa got a phone call, and I had to take care of it. So, but we did good. We got going before the open, and everybody made money. Okay, hey, guess what? Think about eternity once in a while. Grandpa does. Hey, before I go, I'm going to show you that 1 minute that it was a. I want to show you it was a bull flag. See there, bull flag. She's coming back down. It wasn't a legitimate buy signal. That's the candles to Grandpa is like reading a book. I've stared at these Heikin ASHI candles so long that it's just. And can I make a mistake? Sure, I can. But I'm pretty good at reading this book, and I have a glass eye. And I walk, well, I don't have a bad limp, just a mediocre one. Hey, think about eternity once in a while. Grandpa does. See you a little later today.